we're gonna do a reading on Nodal and Angela in English. I did the Spanish one already. Before we get started, I'm gonna use my new spray that I just added to my TikTok shop and my Etsy. It's the Aura Cleanse spray, so that we can clear up the energies and nothing stresses us out, nothing gets in the way of this reading, so that it can come out the most clear as possible. For those who used to buy my sprays, just letting you know, I lowered the prices, so go check it out. I know that people don't have money to buy stuff right now, so I lowered the prices. You guys already know I do my readings based off of a question. The question's going to be, what's going to happen with Nodal and Angela? So let's get started. I ask my spirit guides, what's going to happen with, let's see. Definitely the card of the Queen of Wands is the first card that comes out. The Queen of Wands says, which I forgot to tell you in Spanish, I'm going to tell you here too. The Queen of Wands says that Nodal was unhappy in his last relationship with Casu. Very sad to say. They were having a lot of issues. Nodal is a type of person, which I'm going to say really quick in Spanish for my people who speak Spanish. Nodal como que estaba muy como que no estaba satisfecho con la relación con Casu. Veo mucho problema entre ellos y veo como que se aburrió. Y ya cuando Nodal se aburre, ya les dije, olvídate, ya no quiere nada. Once he gets bored, he moves on. In terms of Angela and Nodal, the energy of marriage is coming up. The energy of marriage is coming up. I don't see they're going to stay together forever. The card of death card comes out as well. In terms of what it's showing me here, Angela is very more old school. Definitely she seems to have more of an old school view in terms of the dad has to approve. Obviously the dad has always been there. She's trying to be a bit rebellious, but in terms of Nodal, definitely the political family doesn't like him. The dad already hates him. The Angela, there's going to be problems between the dad and Nodal. Definitely the dad and Angela's family is going to end up accepting Nodal for sure. But in terms of what it's saying here, pregnancy, right away, the card of the Empress is coming up in terms of pregnancy. And that she could be getting pregnant by Nodal. In terms of the pregnancy, it can be a bit of a heavy pregnancy, or there could be a loss in terms of pregnancy. She needs to take care of herself when she does get pregnant. If she doesn't want to get pregnant soon, she needs to take care of herself because pregnancy comes out right away. In terms of marriage as well, she may be proposed to as well. Nodal may propose to Angela as well, or they may make it to get married, or he only proposes and then they go their separate ways. They end up not getting married. To me, it looks like marriage is definitely a huge possibility for Nodal and Angela. I still see that they're going to go their separate ways eventually. The energy of passenger relationships comes up. The energy of death tells me that they're going to end up going their separate ways. Even if they get married, they're going to end up getting divorced. Even if they get proposed, they could be breaking up. In terms of the pregnancy, that comes up pretty soon. That could be something that happens very, very soon. But Nodal, like I tell you, Nodal is the type of person you have to continue to entertain them. You have to continue to entertain them. And I don't mean in terms of being fun around him. I mean in terms of in the bed. You have to continue to entertain him, or he gets bored and then he starts looking for something else. He's gonna do it again. He's done it once, he's gonna do it again. That's just the core being, the core person that he is. In terms of this relationship, it's gonna last, but I see them going their separate ways either way. And then in terms of the relationship, I see that they feel so connected to each other because this is a relationship from past lives. It's a relationship from cycles open from a past life. I'm looking for a specific card, but it's not here. What card can I use to represent that? It is a relationship from a past life. It is something we're just gonna use these two. It is something that they feel so connected to each other because it's a relationship from a past life. That connection that they have, it's a connection from a past life. It's a cycle that never worked in the past life. It's not going to work in this life. I see that it's a passenger relationship. It is going to last, but it's going to be problematic. There's going to be gifts. There's going to be a lot of love at first, moments very stable. But the card of the death card, when it comes out in relationships, is that ultimately they're going to separate. Before they separate, Angela definitely could be getting pregnant, or they could be in the middle of trying, or they can make it to get married, or be talking about marriage, because marriage comes out pretty confirmed here. But the energy of death, ultimately they're going to end up going their separate ways. Whether they make it to get married, they get divorced, or whether they make it to they propose, he proposes to her, and they separate. But in terms of what it's showing me here, it's a passenger relationship. It's a cycle from a past life. Angela may be getting pregnant. She needs to take care of herself. The pregnancy may be a bit heavy, and she's definitely going to get a ring. If anything, at the very least, she gets a ring. But very sad, very sad. Nodal is the type of person that he gets bored very easily, and he's going to move on again.